But it's been 3 years since our next guests upped and left the bright city lights for life in the country, a journey they've documented on their show Fletcher's Family Farm. Before they join us, here's a look at this year's Christmas special.
Oh, look at that.
Well done. Maximus! You're doing good. You want to lift from the bottom so that the milk comes. So this is cow's milk.
You're gonna be
They love it.
keep farming.
That is such a beautiful sight.
Lambing season this year is going to be so exciting.
Is this your lamb? Are you feeding a lamb? Is that your lamb? Oh.
Oh, please welcome Kelvin and Liz. Do you know what was amazing? Is all of us watching it, everyone in the audience is going, oh. It's so cute. Are your kids always that cute on the farm?
No. Our kids are just like...
Kids.
Yes, just kids,
yeah.
you know, and I think living on a farm is just an extra dynamic, really. You know, every morning for the school run, we can't find socks, they won't do as they're told.
Yeah.
It's just
But it's
that...
4 children under 8, 4 kids under 8.
Yeah.
Why?
I have a theory that you've got the farm so you can just run them all out and then they come home and then they just pass out in their beds.
Yeah.
Is that what happens?
One slipped through the net, though, because it was twins. We wanted 3 and we got 4, didn't we? So.
But how do you... Seriously, I've just this year in the summer bought a small holding and I've got, you know, all kind of animals. But it's really full on. How do you do it? I mean, you've got a massive farm. You've got 4 kids under 8. How?
I wish we got £1 every time somebody asked us that question. And it's
Are you bored of it? Is that
no, it's great. No, because
I thought it was quite good, to be fair. But...
It's almost like we have this formula. We don't, and I don't know how we do it, and I don't even know if we are doing it successfully. We're just like every parent. You're just doing your best. You're doing what you think is right, and at times it's crazy. And
it's a full-time job, isn't it?
It is. Parenting's a full-time job, farming's a full-time job, the kids' school schedule is a full-time job.
Yeah.
I want to ask you about the farming. You're not doing a Jeremy Clarkson and you haven't got a Caleb lurking in the background running it all for you.
I think I'm Caleb.
I just want to clear that out.
It might be a bit easier if we did, but we're not really at a size that would justify, you know, to have workers. We are the workers, you know.
So you're the workforce.
We're the workforce, and
you've
the
learned
kids
how
help
you've
as well.
gone along. You've learned it as you've just gone along, haven't you? Because you didn't know any of this, did you, before the farm?
No, yeah, we're absolutely beginners, you know, with no experience, no friends really who are in that kind of way. Proper townies, as we've said many times. So for us, it's been a bit
Trial
of a
and error.
whirlwind.
Yeah.
Trial and error, yeah.
I mean, honestly, what was the real, like, defining moment where you said, yeah, that's it, we're leaving the town and we're going to have a farm?
Well, we were originally going to move to America.
Right. That's
in
a complete
California.
different...
I know. We were going to be on the beach, we were going to, you know, and then lockdown stopped that happening because of the visas. Yeah. And we'd already had that in mind, that we wanted to... We'd sold the house, we were already in that, let's do something different. Kelvin had been in Emmerdale for 20 years. And then Kelvin saw the farm, and that's what sparked the idea. He saw it for sale on Rightmove, and...
Wow.
So you
that's
fell in
where
love
the thought came from, yeah.
OK, yeah, it's amazing, it really is.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm a real city girl and I can't imagine giving that all up and hanging out in woolly boots on a farm.
It's fabulous.
I mean, because Colleen tries and sells it to me and I'm like, nah.
Oh, it's the best.
But how long did it take you to really get into the rhythm of being on the farm, or do you feel like you're still doing that?
I think, yeah, 3 years in now, it does feel like we're still kind of doing that. You'll know this yourself, Colleen, as well. Things don't always pan out as you expect them. And when you're learning something new, like animals, you know, there's a sense of responsibility that it can be quite overwhelming at times. But there's a beauty, and it sounds a bit cliche, they're pockets of beauty that you just didn't anticipate, didn't expect, didn't realise. And that's just what continues to, you know, it might be the touch of an animal, it might be the scene, there's, you know, seasons, the change, the colours, the smells, whatever it is. It's just to be around that, you know, that sense of nature, I think has just been amazing. And we didn't set out to farm, we didn't set out to have this life as farmers. It was just more of an idyllic life, you know, where we could maybe living off the land, just a bit of a slower pace. And what we've done by accident is end up being more busy, more chaos.
Yeah.
But, you know, we can't imagine a
But
life...
it's nice chaos, isn't it? And
Yeah.
nice, busy and rewarding, really, really.
Yeah,
But it is a business at the end of the day, and you are rearing the cattle, the beef cattle, and they'll go to slaughter. Is that a tough? Was that a tough thing to get your head round? That yes, they're lovely animals and everything else, but you're going to part company with them at the end of the day.
I don't know. I think the hardest thing was understanding my choices as a consumer, how wrong I was. Because how wrong we were when we're always chasing cheap produce or not having an understanding of where it's come from.
Yeah.
You just haven't, you know, whereas now I've gone as producers, I want to know where that food has come from, who's produced it, and how it's got there, you know. And now I'm making much more considered decisions, really. And then I see the end result, when you're eating animals, as an absolute privilege and an honour because we've reared those animals ourselves. And our kids have a great grasp of that and a great understanding. And for me, that's a privilege. And the more people can understand that and learn about that, I think, you know, the more we... Like anything in life, the more you get an understanding, the more you appreciate it.
Agreed.
Yeah,
and I think that just kind of comes full circle.
So, Liz, what are your plans for tomorrow? Well, this evening, Christmas Eve, obviously, and then tomorrow.
Well, our daughter's in a Christmas show, her first professional show. Wow. So we're the chaperones. So we'll go and watch her in the show, and then tomorrow it will just be a, you know, seeing to the animals. We're going to try and have a quiet one this year.
So just you and the children?
Just us and the children. We'll be outside. Our kids aren't good inside. They like to be outside all day. So whatever the weather, you can't get the wellies on quick enough. They're outside whether they've got one sock on or two. We'll just be outside and then come in for dinner. And
I can imagine that food's going to be fresh and good. That's what I'm
We'll come down in the morning and we ask the question that every parent... Has it been? Has it been?
Has it?
So, what can we look forward to in the Christmas special, then?
Hopefully the Christmas special will just be a taste of what the current series has been like. It's us stepping into the unknown. We meet a fantastic Finnish family who have been farming for 11 generations. So that's a complete opposite to, obviously, we're newbies to this. We're able to see some reindeer there. I think it's just that winter feeling of you know, we're chasing the snow and I just having a great time together,
So
really.
Christmassy.
And very, very Christmassy, yeah. And you should see the amount of layers we've got underneath all. I think it was -5.
Like was
Honestly, cannot wait. Well, Fletcher's Family Farm. Fletcher's Family Farm at Christmas is on the 29th of December at 7 o'clock on ITV1. But say a huge thank you to these guys. You might have just almost sold the idea of living on a farm to me. Just like slightly.
No, you're not welcome now.
Oh, whatever.
No, well.